Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Catch them young and help them imbibe the culture of standardization. That was the focus of the Standards Organization of Nigeria when the agency celebrated this year's World Standard Day in Lagos, as the Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents urges the Director General of the SON, Osita Boloma Esquire, to re-examine certain areas of the standard body's operations to facilitate clearance of goods at the various ports. Welcome to this very special edition of the program Standard and You on Africa's largest television network, the NTA. My name is Ifeoma Okonkwo, and as always, my pleasure bringing the program to you. Please don't go anywhere because I'll be back with details after this short message. Stay with us.
Why you dey buy fake product make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria. Improving lives through standards.
A warm welcome to Standard and You, Nigeria's foremost television program on product safety and quality. It comes to you Mondays at this time on this station and powered by the Standards Organization of Nigeria, the SON. Moving on, we kick off the program by telling you that the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Boloma, has challenged youths to embrace standardization and entrench quality culture in our society. Aboloma gave this charge at a forum in Lagos organized by the agency in commemoration with the World Standards Day. Standard and You was at Dancehall High School in Ogba, Lagos, venue of the event. Please take a look.
The 14th of October is World Standard Day, a day set aside to promote standardization. Activities are often organized by standard bodies the world over to emphasize the importance of standards to economies of the world. Recognizing the importance of children as future leaders, the Standards Organization of Nigeria chose to identify with these young and bright minds, exposing them to the imperatives and benefits of standards.
We'd like to recognize.
I'm glad to see the commendable efforts of you, our children, especially in the competition. You are indeed our future leaders of this our great nation, Nigeria. We see future great scientists, we see future great thinkers, and from your presentations, we see future great achievers.
The students were drawn from top schools in Lagos who participated in various projects, all aimed at promoting standards in line with this year's theme, International Standards and the Fourth Revolution. The children listened with rapt attention as SON's Director, Standards Development, Chinyere Egwuonwu, provided insights into what standard is, its benefits, and the focus of this year's theme.
Revolution 1 was around the 17th century, where, in those days, things were done by manual labor, and things, particularly in the textile industry, we had people working there who painstakingly carry out activities. It takes time. It was taking time. It was getting very expensive to even get the output. But with time, that process evolved into what we call the machinery, the factory era. And that is to say, the manual labor was replaced by the factories. Then this also evolved in time into the second revolution. That is the second revolution, where we have the craftsmen were now replaced by further mechanization, the first revolution. And so we had a period of the introduction of power, the introduction of mass production. There were assembly lines were introduced, so they had mass production. People had things available for them at cheaper rates and at faster rates. Then we moved from that revolution, that particular one, to the third, which is more of ICT. It was a digital era where we have internet, introduction of computers, introduction of the internet and other services. And then we are now where we are today, which is the fourth revolution. And what is the fourth revolution? The fourth revolution is also referred to as Industry 4.0. It's actually introduced as Industry 4.0 by the Germans, who have done so much work on it. And what is it all about? It's all about artificial intelligence, it's all about connectivity, Internet of Things, it's all about the robotics age that we're having now. And so that's the introduction. And that is where we are right now. So, introduction of large volumes of data which are used to make life better and more efficient.
Representative of the Deputy Governor of Lagos State and guests at the forum bared their minds on the relevance of standards to Nigeria's industrial growth and what role the children can play in this regard.
Incidentally, today we are producing human products here. And so they are here to maintain the standard of these future leaders that are seated. And we all know the importance of human resources. It is you people, you children that are here today, that will drive whatsoever products that we want to produce from our industries.
Call you leaders of tomorrow. We must not make today a big sorrow for you. I apologize on behalf of leaders, but we also thank God that schools are working hard to ensure that your heads are raised and you take your places in the future to the glory of God. To this end, I want to call on leaders at every level, both in government and in the private sector, to lead by example and create an enabling environment for our young ones to thrive. Not just in schools, but in all the various areas where these children are supposed to occupy. By doing this, we will be consciously building a standard on which they can build, something they will build upon until it becomes a victorious cycle for them. The importance of standards in any nation cannot be overemphasized, hence the need to pass this to our teenagers and youth, who are the future of the nation, but they are the future of the now. They are the present of the nation, not just the future, sorry.
They described the SON's target audience as apt and commendable, adding that imbibing a culture of quality will help the children build a prosperous and quality future. 30 entries were received by the Standards Organization of Nigeria from various secondary schools in Lagos, out of which 7 made it to the final stage. The students participated in an essay competition on topical issues that affect their communities and came up with viable solutions using cutting-edge technology. At the end, Canterbury International High School emerged winner of the competition. The school presented an MED RoboSoft for traffic management and anti-corruption.
Because we just brought ideas together, and now I think that we have confidence in our abilities, mostly, that people can actually listen to us and we can actually make a difference in Lagos State.
If you have an idea, you shouldn't keep it to yourself. Like, you should let the whole world know, even no matter how, what you think about the idea, that you should just go out there and just help solve the problem.
Grange School ranked next with an essay on moving from 3D technology to 4D in the daily administration of Lagos State.
Idea was to create 3D, to use 4D, which is an enhanced form of 3D, and with that we could make our roads better to stop traffic. We could create bridges, and we could also make houses for the less fortunate, because we have a lot of homeless people in our community.
Second runner-up was King's College Lagos for coming up with smart waste management.
And our project is about the smart waste management system, which involves a robot, a smart picker, that goes around various areas in Lagos State, picking up dirt, sorting it, and then recycling it, thereby producing very cheap and reliable raw materials such as biogas that can be used in generation of power and also in homes for cooking.
Prizes were presented to the winning schools. I asked some of the students what they understand by standards and their impression of the entire program. It was a well-attended and educative program that lasted for more than 4 hours. Meanwhile, the SON boss says the fourth industrial revolution has begun. He urged Nigerians to embrace standards in the interest of the nation.
We want to make them aware so that they carry the spirit of what SON says. If you see something, say something, and they keep on propagating the concept of doing things properly. They have access to information, and they have access to knowledge that will drive the ideas that SON is propagating, which is improving lives in Nigeria through standards.
Why you dey buy fake product, make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
SON there, taking standardization to the cradle. Well done, our innovative DG. Moving on, members of the Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents say they will continue to work with the Standards Organization of Nigeria to check the influx of substandard products into the country. Vice President of the association, Dr. Kayode Farito, gave this indication when he led some members of the association to the SON's operational headquarters in Lagos.
These are members of the Association of Licensed Customs Agents, led by its Vice President, Dr. Farinto Kayode. It's the first visit by the new executives of the association to the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Aboloma, who was accompanied by top management of the agency. The courtesy visit by ANCLA provided a platform for members of the association to seek the Director General's cooperation to enhance their operations at the ports. Dr. Farinto said the association will work with the SON to eliminate bottlenecks and achieve a seamless clearance procedure that will facilitate speedy movement of goods.
One of the challenges we notice, is that there's an coordinated manual accounting system. And after demand is simplified, robust accounting platform with real-time feedback mechanism for just-in-time bank payment confirmation back to some, instead of the present manual process. We notice that we are using the this what's it called? Single TSA, yeah. Once payment is made, there's this issue with our members. We have difficulty in ensuring or ascertaining whether the payment has been made. Most of these are done manually. We want a situation where once the payment is done, SON will actually be notified electronically, and it reduces the time that our members spend in their offices at Boma Road.
Steps, he added, will be taken to sensitize members of the association as well as importers on the dangers of substandard products and the need to obey laws of the land.
The onus now lie on us as licensed custom agents to sensitize our importers and let Nigerian traders know that it is killing our economy when you bring in substandard goods into the nation. We will also be patriotic to make sure that any goods that does not conform with international best practice, like the goods do not have BC, which is a product certificate, or SUNCAP, we will make sure that we discourage their members from flying out of the ports.
He assured that ANCLA will initiate strategies among members to discourage clearance of substandard products. Director General of the SON, Osita Aboloma, who commended the association for this willingness to partner with the SON, said the move will bring about a drastic reduction of substandard products in Nigeria.
The joint committee is welcomed because it will lead to effective communication. With communication, it creates awareness. It makes things easier for us to work together as partners. And by extension, the joint committee also, we call it some committee, is not going to be for only matters relating to SON. Even it's going to look into your processes. It has to be self-regulatory too, of how you interface with SON. It's going to be a two-way thing. We welcome members of this committee. We want them to know that the task ahead is enormous. That the committee, in addition to collaborating and communicating with us, it has to be self-regulatory of some sort among practitioners of an ANCLA. Not only as it relates to SON, but as it relates to the entire process of clearance of goods within the Nigerian ports and border areas.
He told members that SON will work out strategies and innovative platforms to enhance its operations at the ports, to reduce to the barest minimum human contact at the various ports.
The whole idea of automation of our processes, be it MANCAP, SUNCAP, product registration, is to reduce human interference, is to take away rent seeking, is to make it easier for you to initiate and actually end our process without the use of touts. Because in the real sense, product registration starts where SUNCAP ends. It's all products innovations that SON has put in place over the years to continually fight the menace of substandard goods. Yes, we check abroad. You come to Nigeria, we have to recheck continually. Because we have this problem of outright dishonesty in declaration of what is imported into Nigeria. I don't want to lay blames to anybody. I don't want to blame the agents. I don't want to blame the importers. But it is a problem. It is a problem that people would deliberately set out to defraud the system. People will deliberately apply the wrong, knowing fully well what it takes, shortcuts, the use of shortcuts in clearing processes. That is what our major problem is here. But with further collaboration and enlightenment, people will know the right thing and they will get it right ab initio and will not have much problem with that.
It was an interactive meeting that afforded the association the opportunity of presenting their concerns to the SON boss.
Wow, Chief Mike, how are you? Fine. I'm going to Sun office for the certification of my wheat flour. Oh no, things have changed. Sun has simplified all its activities. You could have even stayed back in Kano and processed all your papers online. Whoa.
With the efforts of Sun, the products of SMEs can now compete globally. Sun has put in place necessary machineries in support of the growth of SMEs. At highly subsidized charges, SMEs can now get their certification, laboratory testing of their products, as well as purchase of standards. Meanwhile, Sun is carrying out massive seizure of substandard goods in the market and have gotten legal backing to prosecute offenders, all to protect consumers and SMEs. Sun, improving life through standards. Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
You're on to the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. Feedback is strength, whether it's a complaint or commendation. It helps us improve and serve you better. Last week, we received a lot of messages from you, our esteemed viewers. Thank you so much. Ben from Cross River says, why do we still have substandard goods in our markets despite the intervention of the SON? Yes, the SON is doing a lot to rid the market of fake and substandard products. From sensitization programs to trainings, market surveillance, enforcement, and many more. But we must not forget that we all have a role to play in tackling the menace of fake and substandard products in Nigeria. As a consumer, you should not patronize sellers of substandard goods, and the manufacturers should make quality a priority. Anonymous messenger says, I bought a new Canon camera in Bayelsa, but the camera is not functioning as it should. Please help. All right, you need to go back to the store with your proof of purchase. Demand for a repair, replacement, or refund of money, as the case may be. Sam says, there is a new company producing fake electric bulb in my area. Sam, you need to provide us with enough information about the products and the producer so we can take it up from there. Garba Ibrahim from Borno says, thank you for this program. It's our pleasure. Zaka David from Abuja says, please put more efforts in monitoring goods that come into the country. Yes, we have the Standards Organization of Nigeria Conformity Assessment Program, which is an offshore assessment program that monitors the quality of products coming into Nigeria. Olawale Abiola says destroying their goods is not the best idea. Producers of fake goods can also produce the best when empowered by governments. There has to be punishment for offenders. We have standards for these products, and it is expected that manufacturers comply with the standards. And that's it on the feedback segment of the program. Remember, you can be a part of the program by sending in your messages to the number 0705-972-4455. Follow us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. You can also send a mail to the address, thestandardandyou@gmail.com. We have videos online at youtube.com/standardandyou. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks and have a great week.